Welcome back to This Week in Agribusiness. As a lot of us are looking ahead to the markets in this next week, Wednesday could be quite a day. USDA is issuing two reports, the planted acreage report and the quarterly grain stocks. Historically, these reports have been things that moved the markets, and I wanted some perspective on that. While we were at the Farm Futures Business Summit, I had a chance to talk to Bill BIEDERMANN from AgMarket.net about what has happened in the past when the USDA has issued these reports.
If you go through all the math and look at historical numbers of all acres and how they're divvied up, we really could only come up with between 1 to 3 million more acres that USDA should be able to find in their new revisions. However, USDA has kind of a history of finding ghost acres that amount to about 4 million over and above what makes sense. So that means you could have 6 or 7 million acres if they come up with those ghost acres. But this is a very volatile report, and oftentimes it doesn't match with the math that we do. It matches with USDA math.
And let's talk about those 1 to 3, potentially 4 to 6 million acres. Those are principal crop acres in total between wheat, corn, soybeans, and everything else, correct?
Well, we looked at everything. We looked at the sorghum and the barley, everything. So, we did a very intense study of what we could expect, because this year of all years, it's really critical to nail this right. I mean, if we end up within that 3 million acre range, we're still going to need a near record yield, if not record yield, to meet demand. So, this will be a big report.
It certainly will be. And of course, AgMarket.net, you'll publish your estimates as we get a little closer to the report date next week. But in the meantime, let's talk quarterly grain stocks. Bill, that's another area. There's a lot of question, very strong basis out in the countryside. How much corn, how much soybeans do you think are out there right now?
Well, okay, so if you go back to last third quarter, USDA made these huge revisions and dropped the inventories that were out there down to what we as an industry had been saying for a long time. Basis had been strong all the way through fall, and we were all like, what's going on? The stocks must not be as large as USDA said, and USDA kept revising. The fear is this time, we've seen basis back off in the last 3-4 weeks, and the fear now is that USDA will magically come up with more bushels out there in stocks. And, so really the risk to the producer and to the market, in this two reports, is bigger stocks than we expected and more acres than what makes sense.
We'll keep our head on a swivel for next Wednesday when those reports come out from the USDA. Our thanks to Bill BIEDERMANN of AgMarket.net for being with us.